Sweet. Okay. Yeah, my beard keeps brushing against it. It's annoying.
Oh, he does as well. Can't you?
I might have to put it on the string.
Ooh, that might make it move around.
I'll just fucking do it normally and fucking pin it in it.
When you guys are
Okay, that's
This
easy.
scenario.
Yeah, that's fine.
Where you need to do the clap, clap, clap.
Yeah. We recorded?
We make it clap.
Everything recorded?
You said when we opened up the podcast, you said you have a lot of respect for what I do or what I'm doing. How do you decipher whether something's genuine or whether someone is actually fake? Because I could be as fake as anything.
You could be,
else,
then
you
you're
know?
a sick actor. But it's very rare. So on a probability wise, that's very rare. To happen, you know what I mean? I've never seen you act as well. I think that's how I was saying, like, oh, you're an actor. Obviously, that's not surprising, but yeah, it's what I've seen consistently. That's a lot of thing, isn't it? Consistency.
No. I'm just saying. When the last time you got a job?
I'm working right now. What do you mean? Where's your job?
I am working as well.
Oh, yeah.
Literally. I don't know what knows. Everyone always says that. Are you still acting? I just don't post about it, really. Most of the time.
Yeah, at least you're still acting.
But yeah, that's it.
Anywho.
I literally
thought.
I need to defend myself, Your Honor. I did all the acting.
Now.
No. I did all the acting. Voice, screen, stage. I did all of it.
Technically.
Apart from porn, I've not done that yet.
Yeah.
What?
Yo,
Episode 4, 2024.
that's the
We
way you
are
make it,
back.
we're back already.
We're back.
Go. Let's go.
Back.
Chicken Waffle Podcast,
Yes.
2024, right?
Yeah, it's been a minute.
It's
Oh,
when was the last time we did it? It's,
October?
not that far back.
It was hot though.
No, it
It's
was
weird.
the last episode.
Or maybe
October. I swear it was October or November.
Maybe. Yeah, I would. Yeah.
Probably November.
I'm thinking.
bro, man, like July.
That was the second
Oh.
episode.
Yeah.
And it it was hot. Right
Yeah,
now it's
yeah.
freezing.
I remember
We've
wearing
got-
shorts for that one.
Well, we've got hats on.
Yeah, exactly.
I got my natural hat on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got nothing. Jesus Christ. Let me just cover that up.
I've got hair.
They don't
I'm
look
not
too
even
good
trying.
on the monitor. Looks like I've got a 5 head.
Right.
Right.
And you, Mario's a character.
Cool. Yeah. New year, new me and that.
Is it? Now it is though. No, if you see everything, because we're opening it,
Yeah.
we're recording basically in your yard.
Mm-hmm.
It's so nice. Like literally, I'm surprised. What's going on? No, as in like it's clean.
See, the thing is,
It's decorated.
you know when like
The shelves.
it's literally the only thing that'll change is put the desk there
That's what I meant.
and put the wardrobe there.
It's more organized.
Yeah.
Less
But
clutter.
when you
Yeah.
have a girlfriend and stuff, she kind of forces you to.
What?
We spoke about this last episode. It was mentioned.
Oh,
It's nothing new.
it's not like you haven't mentioned it.
But yeah, you know, she kind of forces you to take care of yourself.
Oh, she was it. Oh my god, is it that kind of relationship?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's,
Does she do that?
Talk to us if you have to. You know.
I will. Just not right now. I don't feel like it's right.
Let your birthday pass.
In all seriousness,
Get the gifts first.
in all seriousness, though, if you are in an abusive relationship, please talk to please
Yeah,
talk to someone.
please.
Anywho, wow, that went left.
Anyway, New Year's resolutions.
Yeah.
No abusive relationships. Stop
Yeah.
that. If you can escape, if you can. If you can't, then I'm sure fucked. I'm getting cancelled. What's your New Year's resolution?
From one.
Yeah.
I don't really have too many news, not even any, because I just feel like if you talk about them, they don't really get done. A lot of people chat about their New Year's resolutions, and then at the end of the year, yo, did you do this? No.
You don't want to say.
If you work in silence, I feel like things are less
You don't
pressure
work
on
in
yourself.
silence. Man, post everything.
I don't post everything.
You post everything.
No, I don't post everything. Do I post my personal life? No.
No one cares about that.
Yeah, but I'm saying, did you not say I post everything? We emphasize everything.
Work-wise, I meant.
Do I post finance stuff? Have I ever posted?
Acting. This is
Exactly, be
channel.
specific. Be succinct.
Succinct.
I couldn't say it without laughing.
You failed.
Be succinct.
Every episode,
Succinctly.
Ziva always stutters over, so fumbles the word, yeah.
Nah. But anyway, now,
New
I don't have
resolution.
any to
Try
share
not
with
to
you.
fumble.
I don't have any. Nah, it's fine.
You do.
Yeah,
Scammers are fine.
I
It's
get
okay. I don't care about
I
it.
get it.
But nah.
I'm similar to you in that sense, you know, like
Now you're dyslexic. That's
I've
different.
never.
You literally get those words mixed up.
Yeah, that's different.
You can't even start to over the word because you don't even know what the word is.
You know, in terms of New Year's resolutions, I didn't really even think about it, to be honest. I was just like, right, get on with the new
Do you
year.
imagine that the year just happened like that, and all of a sudden it's 2024.
It did go fairly quickly. At times it did feel slow, but you know, I think it's
February's next week, so like it's going quickly again.
no. This year's definitely.
Yeah,
Well,
but we've all been busy, more or less, right?
Yeah, like new jobs.
I'm busy with work,
doing different
touring, and you've been busy with your work as well, and also.
Obviously, well, we're gonna talk about it in a moment. We'll let you
Yes. So like, then that's another one. Resolution, New Year's resolution. Obviously, to get on it more with our stuff, you know, trying to film and with the podcast.
Be more consistent with the podcast.
Exactly, yeah. And the new one, to do interviews now, not just us, right? I'm sure people are already tired. So today, we got our first guest on. Should you say who he is? Now, you know what? We don't want to say who he is right now.
No,
We're just waiting.
you know what? We'll wait.
Tease him a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's late, basically. Black, brown time. And
You
should not be
that was a
surprised.
little clue there to who am
we're in Birmingham. It could be anyone.
That's true.
You know? But yeah, when it turns up, probably tomorrow. So we're staying overnight here. And
24-hour shoot.
I'm not. I gotta. What's my watch?
but yeah, when it turns up, we'll adjust it and boom, like magic, he'll be here.
Okay, so we're here with the one,
The
only, the legendary CJ Lloyd Webley. Woo!
One
Our
question.
first guest.
We're here.
What does CJ stand for? I've no idea. I've known you for
You'll
time.
never know.
Carlton. I said Carlton.
Yeah, go for that. We'll go for
I
that.
like Carlton. If you're going for that,
Huh?
that's what
Why
I'm going
Carlton?
for now.
It's a brand. It's a brand like.
Yeah,
You know,
like
what
DJ
does
Sport.
the Samuel Al Jackson stand for? What's the Al stand for? You know what I mean?
true.
It's like it's
Lewis.
a brand. Does it?
I don't know.
Damn. Sounds legit. That's what it is, man. It's a brand.
It's working though. Yeah. It's proper posh. It kind of reminds me of that. What's the name? Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Yeah, that I do
Yeah,
get
you
that.
get that
to be fair.
comparison.
Yeah.
And then they see me.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Well, I guess
Also, it's Leroy. Samuel Leroy Jackson.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Is it? Okay.
you just googled it.
Yeah. That's why I've got the laptop.
Okay.
Yeah. But for our audiences, obviously, most people do know who you are. Some people
In
may
our
not.
circle, they should know. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. They should know.
People around should know who you
Genuinely,
are
I'm
by
pissed.
now.
Here's the thing, man. I don't have a lot of respect for a lot of people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Bare respect for you. No, this one, you see me in it. And to their face, the disgust.
Why do you
They're
have
fake.
respect for what do you mean?
One, they're out for themselves. One, that's fine. And but they pretend that they're not.
Okay.
You know, the fake niceness. And I don't do fake niceness. You know,
Okay.
I say that we talked about it before. That being nice, then there's being kind. You know, being nice is like I'm gonna do this for you, but you gotta scratch me as well. You know, or doing kind stuff is just because it's the right thing to do.
Yeah. There's no even
You
if there
gain
is, you're
something,
not doing it for the
but
game.
not purposely doing it. You know, you're trying to do things for the community, but I'm sure you're not. You're not trying to look like a superhero. You know, whatever. But you're doing a good thing. You know, I'm sure you will brag about your stuff, but it's like it's like a cherry on the top for you, and it just happens. That comes with it. You know. So yeah, that's my point. All this stuff, and people don't know. Not because I follow your stuff, right? And people aren't as much. More people should be engaging. I feel, and I think, how are they not?
Literally,
Especially,
like,
for
with
example,
everything that you do.
Black Pounds org. Like, what's that all about? For example, you know, like, I'm trying next.
Yeah. So obviously, when the Black Lives Matter protests were happening, and we were all coming out of COVID, and I remember specifically when Lightpost was going on, you went to the protest. I remember there's a conversation about, oh, be careful at the protest if you're gonna go there. So there was already a stigma there that it might become violent, and it's like that's not what it's about.
It really wasn't
Like,
as well. Like it just
like,
wasn't that.
It's just like, no, like we're sick of this. Like something needs to change. So I didn't actually go to the protest, but I was in a very reflective state of mind because, you know, we'd been working hard, obviously, behind the scenes, trying to get constructed on into a bigger space. Obviously, they gave us the door first, and then We wanted to get
studio,
and then the studio, and we said we were going to sell out the door, like, and we sold it out within like a day. Was it even a day, like a couple hours?
Yeah, they basically released it, and all the tickets went, and
Facts.
people
Like,
kept calling and saying,
even though we told them. So it's these things as well, like the frustrations that often we feel as black and minority artists, like, or global majority as it is now. I felt at that time. So obviously we had this commission on, and I just felt like a dichotomy, because there was the Black Lives Matter protest going on outside the rep, and I'm just like, well, we've got this play on in the rep, so how are we gonna, people out there probably don't even know how to access this building, let alone get a play on. And I just felt, even though my own business was struggling at the time, Sorrel Park, because I couldn't get into any schools, that was a business where I was teaching creative writing to young children, particularly those from ethnic minority backgrounds. And like I say, when COVID happened, I couldn't get into any of the schools, so my business pretty much crumbled. And when the Black Lives Matter stuff was going on, I was like, there must be so many people going through what I went through. And I just got married as well, so obviously I'm trying to provide, got a house, trying to pay the bills, contribute.
I still can't believe man's younger than me. How old are you, man?
I'm 30 now.
I am old. Nah, it's because I'm old as fuck, innit? That's what it is.
He says old as fuck, like.
Nah.
Compared to you,
It's not as fuck though.
2-3 years.
it matters.
Why does that matter? Though?
Those 2 years.
Doesn't
Look
matter.
at me different.
What do you
Prefer to look at me one way. That's
like,
my
oh,
age.
you're 30. Oh,
Yeah, that's it though. But I think at the end of the day, it's about, if you're comfortable in where you're at, which it's hard. It's hard sometimes as an artist, because you feel like you want to be getting so many more opportunities or whatever. I think that's what sometimes makes the age thing feel a bit annoying, but at the same time, we can't. It's not something we can control.
I think it was because I got into shit late, and that's what in life. So it's like when you do stuff and it happened quite quickly, and not really doing it, like we already spoke about this. Then you think, I could have done this at 18. How far could I have gone?
But then that's the thing as well, like, we always look back retrospectively on ourselves, like, I'm sure with a lot of the stuff that we're doing now, we're like, what if we did this when we was 18? What if we started this when we was 16? And so is that
probably didn't have that experience as well.
Exactly.
Hindsight
Things would
is
have probably
2020.
flopped very quickly because we don't have that experience. Or, there's people that we meet in our lives as well that change our perspectives on things. So, if it wasn't, and sometimes we forget who that is or what that moment was. But if we don't go through those moments or through those failed attempts on smaller projects, then when it becomes the thing that you really thought, okay, this is my bag, this is where I'm actually going to make it. If you try to do that first thing straight off, there are lots of things that you may fail, or not necessarily fail, but not completely succeed the way that you want to succeed. But yeah, you were saying about the...
So I just felt a pull, I felt a purpose, like, okay, we're doing this play, that's great, this protest is going on, but what happens after that? I feel like we've been through this before, where there's protests and then, we're all in our emotions, and people say they claim to care, and then people were messaging. I don't know if you got any messages at the time.
Some people I haven't spoken to in years, like, bro, I just want to say I'm with you.
Yeah.
No, but I did. Yeah, some of them I liked, and some of them are just about. Okay.
I just want to say I'm so
I'm a fan.
Like, this shouldn't be happening.
Also the black squares that people posted. That was the most performative.
Like the people that can like showing up the protest, taking a picture, and then bouncing home.
Those are bad. I saw
people sending emails, like the work emails, be like, what can we do to support? What books can I read? It's like,
I didn't go to any Black Lives Matter protests.
Yeah.
Because I just don't like crowds in it. That's more of a social thing. To be
Yeah.
honest. And only went to the Palestine one.
I went to one.
Went to record for interviews.
Yeah.
Although I personally probably wouldn't have went.
Yeah.
Not because I don't care.
Yeah, no. This is the thing. It's like, this is the difference
No.
between people think, because you didn't go to the protest, you don't care.
Yeah.
And then,
I
like,
don't
I'd
need to
rather you
prove
say,
myself.
nah, sorry, I'm not going because X, Y, and Z, or don't even give me a reason, just say you're not going. Like, you don't feel comfortable.
But then, with the whole Black Lives Matter, we all found out.
But remember, with the Black Lives Matter, when it was with the agency, a lot of people were saying, "Oh no, sorry, I'm isolating with my nan," and so, and I was like, "Bro,
Yeah.
What?
They want
What are
like
these excuses? Just say you're not going. Like,
That's it.
everyone's too afraid of like seeming. I know.
Like
Oh,
they're
I
not
don't
part
want.
of it,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I don't want to seem racist, or I don't want to seem
Yeah.
this and
Yeah.
that. And the more you worry about that, the more you come across as that.
Yeah, fact.
And
That's actually facts.
you know, like obviously you set up Black Pounds Project to
Yeah.
kind of counteract those kind of things and stigmas that were
yeah.
going on at that time. And we knew quite a few of like our white colleagues that were actually putting things in place and are still doing the same stuff. And then we also know quite a few that are kind of completely dropped the ball on
Falling by
that.
the wayside.
Yeah, it's like, you know, keep that same energy.
Yeah, facts. So yeah, I mean that was the long and short of it. So I said, you know, I literally, the story was I was having a conversation with my brother and my mom and in the WhatsApp group, and I said, I just said I feel like, you know, imagine if everyone at the protest actually came together, gave £1 or £2, and said, right, we're going to use this money and like invest it into our own communities and try and uplift each other. And I don't know, I was just very, I think at the time there was a sense of naivety because I didn't necessarily realise the depth of the issues as I do now, having been in it for so long.
Yeah.
But I just believed that things could change. I believed that we as a community really wanted change. But you soon find that there's a whole host of issues such as people gatekeeping, such as issues in terms of resource deprivement, you know, people always battling for the same pot of funds who are all trying to serve the same community.
And
Instead
we
of
see that in the Arts Council
Yeah,
funding,
we
and
see
like
it.
everyone's
Yeah,
fighting
yeah.
for the same pot of funding, and
that's it.
it's only people's friends that get it.
The same people
It's
all
how
over
can
all
they-
the time.
That's it. So you asked the question about why more people. Like, don't get me wrong, bro. Like, I'm aware that the work I've been doing with Black Pounds Project has propelled my profile in certain circles, but like on the ground, like people that should know don't, and that's because
That's my kind of point as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like those people should know. After
Yeah.
some people knew, but it's the right people, and you know. That you
But
want
bro,
to know.
like how have I met?
Yeah, go on.
No, bro, like I gotta say, like how have I met? Okay, so let's without like just reading everything off because that's long, but just saying like I've met both prime ministers. So I met Boris, and I've been to Downing Street. I've spoken to Rishi in the gift shop in town that we've set up. There's an endorsement in the window saying, you know, we endorse what Black Pounds Project is doing. It's helping communities to work together, this, that, and the other. I've met the Royals, like, bro, I've met them, but people in my own city still don't
Why,
even know
man?
the shop's there, bro.
Yeah.
You're not like, you ain't got bling bling, all that kind of stuff. You're not glamorizing some kind of lifestyle. You ain't, you know, filming about guns or something. So you get lost. You're just that guy that's trying to help. You're almost boring or something. You know what I mean?
I was on a podcast last year, and the guy, he was basically saying to me, you know, be honest, like tell the people how you feel, and like, because sometimes I do like videos about what's topical. Like, I remember when Jeremy Clarkson was on his madness with the Meghan Markle stuff. I did a post about that, but what it is as a black person, it's easy to get pigeonholed. It's very easy to become that guy. Oh, he's that guy that just talks about racial issues. They're not bothered about the fact that actually I'm a writer. They're not bothered about the fact that I enjoy, you know, filming and acting and doing all these creative things, entrepreneurship as well. They're not interested in that. They're interested in, okay, what's this black guy got to speak about? Something negative. And I don't want to fall into that trap. If I want to speak about something because it's laid on my heart to speak about, I'll speak about it. But I'm not just going to find, all right, what's the hot topic now? What's going on in you know, in the black community this week? I'm not going to be that guy. I'd rather do the work behind the scenes. The people that know, and if you're interested in it, then you can find out. You know,
No, I was gonna say. I guess that's just it's more angry at the society, and that's just how us. It's like us getting angry. Oh, why aren't these better films being made? But then, you know, even Idris will say that's what the audience kind of wants, isn't it?
That's what the
They
views come
complain.
in.
They might complain. Oh, we don't like these kind of films.
did
But that's
you
what
watch
you
Lift?
grab.
Did you watch
Yeah, I
'Cause then-
watched Lift.
Bro,
Lift.
What do you
don't tell
think?
me you enjoyed that, bro.
What's Lift?
It's watchable.
Oh,
Lift. It's the heist movie with Kevin Hart. It's the heist movie with Kevin
I saw
Hart.
the trailer for it. It looks so dead, fam.
Bro.
Nah.
Hey, you can go from start to finish.
Bro, look, it's not even one of the things I want to say to you. I don't want to say too much.
Because
I watched it. I think it was a Christmas day. And
Yeah.
my parents wanted to watch it, and
Is it out then?
I think it was around.
I
I was with family when I watched it. That's what I remember, and it was only that time I was with
I
them.
just feel like, you see, I don't
It
remember.
was in December, so it was early Jan.
I think in this society as well, like, I can say like I didn't enjoy that film. Like, I fell asleep twice. Like, but I feel like in this society, you say something about like a film or a person's role in a film, it's like, oh, he hates that person. It's like, no, like I respect.
Cat Williams hates him, yeah.
I don't even think he hates him. No, I feel like he
It's respect. No,
feel-
don't respect him.
Yeah.
That's
I
what
feel
it
like Kevin Hart, and I think it's probably the same thing when you piece it back to Black Pounds Project. I think people in the city probably don't think that I've come through the channels. Like, I didn't grow up in Neutral. Like, I didn't really
That's
dwell in
what-
Aston. Like, I've never been a drug dealer.
No,
Like,
that's
I'm
my
just a
point.
guy that grew up in the hood and
They
knew
think like
about.
Wheezy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I grew up white poor, bro. Like, I grew up around a lot of poor white people. I didn't grow around a lot of poor
This
black
man
people.
basically the British Dave Chappelle, isn't it? That's what Dave really
Living on a high
Yeah, I was from the projects now. I'm from the I wish I was.
yeah, man, you're from the PJs.
But you see, Dave Chappelle has a very mixed audience, doesn't he? And it was the same when you look at Constructed.
Yeah,
Our
yeah,
audience was mixed.
Literally, yeah. And
You know what I mean?
what was interesting as well, because of the way we wrote, well, you wrote the play and stuff, and the way we managed to direct it and put it up.
That was with Lightpost, right?
Yeah, with Lightpost Theatre Company, obviously, CJ's, we took over during lockdown, around the same time you were setting up Black Pounds Project as well. And our big emphasis with that was to create a play where it's about black men on the stage, but the point of the story isn't about the fact that it's black men on stage. It just kind of comes out with it, isn't it? And what was interesting was there were like a lot of people were like, oh, how could I still feel reflected and connected to these characters even though they're from a completely different world to me? And it was interesting to see the connections that people make and things. So why is it that when it comes to, you know, you're seeing someone trying to do something for the community and all of a sudden it's like, well, he's not from where I'm from. Oh, he's not from my ends. Or like, oh, he's just like, they probably think you're making big money and you're out here and down your street sipping champagne with
Don't
like
get
the
it twisted,
royals and stuff. Like,
Don't get it twisted, like the money's coming in, but it ain't coming in from that. It's not coming in from that. Like, that has enabled me to learn certain skills and be able to implement the creative stuff that I've always been doing anyway, but actually learn how to do it in a way that serves entrepreneurship. That's something that I've been battling with for the longest time because, look, bro, I put it like this. I don't even talk numbers much, but I was associate writer with RSC, so I was doing workshops with RSC, getting about probably 150 for the session, similar to any arts thing. I don't know what the day rates are. It's usually about 100, isn't it? 150 for the day. I was asked to do
like running a workshop.
Running a workshop, something like that, and I was asked to do basically a connectivity workshop, team building workshop for some corporates. Bro, they're paying like $2,000 for the day for the same drama workshop.
Just because it's corporate.
Just because it's corporate. And
They
so
got money
I
to
can
spend.
afford it. Yeah.
Exactly.
And the thing is, like, it's like everyone knows within it knows what they're doing. They know that the workshop is the same, but because there's a name behind it, because they have budget in the funding that says,
No, and they
it's
have
for this
to.
name.
And
So
they have to spend that.
We're gonna yeah, exactly. Like you can't.
Otherwise
have
they won't get that
overspend,
funding.
You won't get more funding
No,
if you have
but-
underspend and all that kind of stuff.
But at the same time, it's understanding the arts doesn't always value the skill set that you have because they see it so often. When you're in a different space, like their minds are blown because they've never seen it.
Yeah. No, the amount of times we've done like Lightpost workshop into spaces, and they're like, "Oh my god, this is amazing." And we're like, "Bro, we do this every Thursday. What do you mean?"
Walk around, speed of 2.
He's a standard
I didn't know I could do that.
Yeah. We'll do a standard fish dog exercise, and everyone acts like we're God. Like,
Facts. And that's what, like, it switched my way of thinking because I was like, okay, if I do that kind of stuff, you know, if I get into different industries, not only am I promoting the arts in different spaces to people that could potentially become audience members for work that we put on. I'm also able to use those funds to then invest into creative projects that I want to do. And you know, so I had to really lean into it because I felt like the arts wasn't always valuing the skill set. You know, it wasn't valuing, or there were so many blockers on the things that you can do,
Yeah,
the things that you can't do.
That. You can't speak about that.
You're basically doing the standard thing when people say, "Yo, I'm doing," basically, because even like you're doing finance, yeah, but then on the side you're doing your creative stuff, you're doing photography, acting, but the difference is your side thing, or the one where you're getting the money, is also creative as well, but it's with the corporates, you know. And you're like, yeah, give me your money, bro. So
it's finding it. It's almost the balancing act, and I'm sure you can relate to this. It's finding the balancing act because you know that ultimately you don't want to necessarily be doing that kind of work forever, because you want to be able to eventually do the thing full time. But if it never happens, at least you know something. Yeah, at least you know you tried. You know
that's how I feel it as well.
Yeah,
like putting effort.
A lot of people sit and say they don't have enough time, or they, what if this fails, or I can't take the risk and things like that. And a lot of time it's just like, yo, you pick up your phone and film something.
No, exactly.
If you know what I mean. That's doing something rather than just sitting down and saying, "Oh, I wish I could have the big camera." Why are you wishing for the big camera?
For example,
you can do it right here on your phone.
Reelbrum, for example, right? We've been to that event, and obviously it's new, and there's funding that. So the people that got it so far, this funding, a lot of the same people. And it's normal that happens. So one of them, we know them, right? So she got it, and then her friend got it, and that's calm. But then I'm talking to the guy that's in charge of it. But he's not doing that on purpose. It's because no one's entering it. Probably they're thinking, I'm not going to get it.
Yeah.
I've heard about it, and loads of people come to the events,
They come to the event,
but
like,
no one
we want to
enters the
do
actual
this.
funding thing.
But then they're the same people that complain that they're not getting the funding.
Yeah,
you haven't applied for anything.
Yeah. Because here's the thing: we might complain about stuff, but if we want to shoot something, we'll just shoot it.
Yeah.
So I'm calm, right?
Yeah.
We have big ideas, so I'm calm about. It's more about finding actors, good actors.
Yeah.
Whereas them lot, they don't know anyone and anything. It's like, bro, you need the funding. Go beg for money, blood. You need the funding. Go there. It's there. Why aren't you applying?
There's a lot of like,
you can't, complain.
Is it ego?
Yeah.
Of like, no, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna.
I don't think it's that. It's literally it's
apply
not
for
ego.
that. Or...
It's not believing in yourself, man. We believe. We know what our things are. I got my limitations, so I'll be like, you can do this, and you can do that. That's why man sat there, and I mean, I told you I'm like the Asian Steve Jobs in it. You know what I'm saying? So,
just handing out rules.
Yeah.
Delegating.
Some random son's gonna pop on and be like, oh shit, nah, I don't want you, bro. If you know about Steve Jobs, where's the camera?
Wait, what?
I'm not gonna look at the camera. You know when you do the little office mode?
I've been doing that a lot, you know. I'm like,
So basically, that's what it's about, really.
Yeah.
Whereas those events, these people, there's no excuses. Like you know what your skills are. You're like, okay, I need to make money. I'm gonna still be in the creative things, and I know I can get it.
But I never set out to be like that. I never set out to.
I don't know how you started. I know because you were working in a school, right? You said.
Yeah, I was. So, bro.
That's calm, bro. Say it, bro. You a dinner lady, innit?
Yeah. Nah, I wasn't dinner lady.
Dinner
I was
man.
chopping sausages.
Dinner
bro.
man.
Like, I was
bro.
and it's funny because a couple of the students follow me, and it's like they're probably thinking, "What the like? How did this happen?"
Yeah.
But bro, the tub of sausages will come in with the gravy. They pour the tub of sausages on the side. You pick out the sausages. You chop them up because they're trying to make the sausages stretch. So obviously, one student might have one sausage. They're trying to. So that was my job. You take the sausages, and you wear the butcher's hat.
Bro, I didn't know they did that, yo.
Don't. But this
this is why I'm still hungry.
This is half a meal.
yeah. And so obviously, I'm doing that, but I'm looking around me. I'm like, I don't plan to stay in this role. Like, I want to see if I can get into the classrooms and start,
Did you always still? No, when did you start doing like creative stuff then? Like
creative stuff. I've always been doing creative stuff. I was doing Lightpost at the same time as this.
Yeah.
I was doing.
This was what 20?
Yeah, when we were actually in Lightpost.
I want to say 2016, 2015?
2016, I think.
2016, yeah.
So you were working as a
3/5 a man.
dinner man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But before that, I did English and theatre at uni.
Okay.
And so I was
It's
also
a work,
in the
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was in youth music theatre, National Youth Theatre. So, but I always understood that when I looked around me, I didn't really see much diversity. I think it may have changed a little bit now. Hopefully, there's more. They're getting into different spaces, and so they're identifying talent earlier, and
for young people to actually see it around them as well.
Look at Corey, man. Both Corys. Corey Weeks.
Corey Weeks and Corey thingy.
Not Campbell. No, that's
That's because annoying me.
From
Hardcore.
Yeah.
McClane.
McClane, that's
McClane, yeah. I mean, yeah,
he's
he's doing Hollyoaks, he's doing.
To be honest, when I first
Yeah,
met
he was
him, I'm just
regular,
like,
isn't
Yeah.
he's clearly he's gone, bro. He ain't staying alive. Get what he can.
No,
He's from Wolverhampton, and
but he's Lightpost through and through. Like Lightpost is doing something, he's gonna be in it.
That's the good thing about him. Like, he don't have to as well.
And this is the thing. It's like
he believes in it.
We've been lucky enough to find ourselves in these circles of no matter where people go, they'll still come back and
there's a reason why.
No,
you gave them so much.
But I think that is the damaging thing for artists, because artists think that because they've got one film or one show, like that's it. But and this is the stigma. This is what people don't understand. Like, you can be on top of the world at one point, but you still gotta have that little job. Do you know what I mean? You still gotta be able to, because that opportunity might be running for 6 months, 7 months, but after that,
that's why you see so many actors just disappearing.
Yeah. I literally got advice from Coy Stewart, who was in Are We There Yet, and also Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I DM'd him, he replied, and he was just telling me, like, look, just keep persevering, because there was one time he had like 4 like big blockbuster jobs at once, and then for like a couple of years, nothing. And if he can say that, I mean, I don't think he's acting right now.
Asked him, how did you get to that blockbuster stage? Who did you suck? No.
Okay. No, to be fair, he started off as a child actor. That's cool. So pause. Heavy. So I feel like, I don't know, easier.
I don't know we're going down there.
So anyway.
Oh, you know what's mad is because it's true. Like, this stuff happens out here.
it's mad.
I know.
Y'all want to go to Diddy's spot. You gotta tell him no.
Oh god.
I don't even know what the original.
Have you ever had any experiences, like uncomfortable experiences?
Yeah.
In the arts industry.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nah.
But it's been like
older
kind
women.
of older women. And I remember Philip had a chat. I don't know if you were there. I think it was me and do you know T John?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was me and T John and a few of and probably Dwayne as well. And it was like, yeah, especially when you go to uni and stuff and you do the arts and stuff, be careful of women, especially as a young black man. There's not be. How do I put this in a way?
Started earlier for you, innit?
I'm fully trying to be serious as well.
I'm gonna say allegedly anyway, just in case Philip don't want that.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
No, it's not to be careful of women, but to be careful of people in the way people approach you, and you know, certain things, and
that's where the whole nice thing comes in, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
It's like being nice, but you don't feel nice.
Sometimes it feels like, you know, people, their niceness is underhanded with something else. There's something else that comes with it.
Exactly.
And then, especially when you're given opportunities and stuff, there's usually some sort of caveat or something on the side that ties you into something. A little, I don't know, I'm kind of rambling a little circle kind of thing. But
when I joined Lightpost, I was told the same thing, allegedly. So
it's that little bullshit conversation people have, like when someone don't hit you up for a long time and they're like, yo, what you saying, man? How you day been, man? I'm like, what do you want?
Yeah,
100%.
So anyways,
100%.
Are you available for this thing? Just say that, bro.
Just say, like, yo, Wagwan, I've got this, and that, rather than this whole. We're gonna have a 5-minute conversation before.
I think it's because people naturally don't have that good rapport, anyways. I always like try my best to reach out and chat to people, you know, so they know that
But that's where they get confused.
Yeah, no, I was gonna get to that. I'm Marmite, isn't it? So it's like they hate me because I'm.
No, not even that. It's like because everyone is so. Oh, hey, how you doing? And then they ask you for something. When you genuinely just check up on people, and they're like, "Yo, what does this guy want?"
And then I just did.
Yeah, and it's like, what? He genuinely just came to ask me how I was. What the fuck?
There's one girl in there, actor. She got a boyfriend that, and we joke about it.
Yeah.
So she's telling her boyfriend, I'm standing there. He felt a bit with her. But at the end of the night, or maybe a couple of weeks later, he knew. Okay, he was calm. You know, he didn't have to feel away. our little interaction is literally me just sending her cat videos.
Oh.
That's literally. People that so shake me and we don't talk. He just sends me cat videos because I know she loves cats. That's literally. I don't say about one.
So
I say nothing.
That's an interesting one. As creatives,
Yeah.
naturally you'll have a lot of female friends, aren't you? Like it's just a thing.
Good.
Like, can you have female friends?
Are we going there?
The age-old question.
Yeah, like because it's like a given in the arts, isn't it? Like you get into rehearsal process, you become really close with
Do
people.
you have female friends as
Me?
a married man?
Yeah, but I don't chat to them. Like,
So you don't have female friends.
That's a good point.
like,
I got female friends, but I don't.
yeah,
I don't see them. I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
chat to them. That's not a friend, fam.
it
An
is.
acquaintance.
Nah, because you
colleague.
don't have to speak to someone frequently, but if you pop them up,
True.
seeing how they're doing, like
True,
that's still a
true.
friend.
No. Here's the thing. For me, you know, I take friends seriously. Yeah.
Yeah, your idea of being a friend is like, I'll bleed for you.
My best of friend.
Okay, so put it this way.
I don't. No.
How do you see? So we know each other. Would you say we're friends?
I think I'd be like,
If someone
you're
says,
my nicest friend.
you say I'm
I know
Mattis's
you.
friend. You
I
know.
wouldn't say we're
Okay.
friends. No. We're friendly. We're on friendly terms.
Okay, we're on friendly terms.
That's only because we don't really know each other that much.
Yeah,
I don't even know your name, fam. Might ask me, I'll be friends. I don't know what CJ stands for. If you get lost somewhere, they'll be like, CJ, okay. What does CJ stand for? Oh,
I don't know.
I don't know.
You say CJ Lloyd. Like, that's it, you're fine.
Did you see him on TV? He was carrying the torch.
Andrew knows.
Nah, I hear that. What's your thoughts on that though? The friend thing.
No, you've got bare friends, man. It's like that. You're calm with it.
Me?
As in the friends that are girls. I'm not bare. I'm just saying I've had difficult to do that.
I think because when it's the same thing again, like your approach,
I got stories.
A lot of women
in there.
feel
Yeah.
that the way you approach people in general.
I said this
To-
to
towards-
everyone the same.
That's what I'm saying. But towards women, because they're so used to getting that approach from a man that's trying to get something from them.
And then
They're
and then-
confused.
and
then
like,
the
I'm not
wise
asking
are
for
crossed.
anything. They get confused and they get angry at me.
Exactly. It's like, oh, but why? Like, and there's this confusion.
Yeah.
I think for me, it's like, how do I put this? I feel like you can have female friends. It is a thing.
Possible.
Um,
if they're not attractive.
But you,
Okay.
no. I get what you're trying to say.
This is what I'm saying.
my
Yeah?
God.
If you're both attractive, yeah, it's gonna happen.
No, if
That
you're both attracted to each other. So if you're
you're both attractive, unless you're both blind, yeah.
no, because some people are attractive,
No,
but
no,
that
no,
doesn't
no.
mean that you would find them attractive.
Okay, that's what I meant.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay,
Yeah.
that's right. So if you are both,
Yeah.
yeah, if that's your type, let's say, and she's kind of your type as well. I mean, he's your then yeah, I feel like something's gonna happen. You be joking around, and those jokes turn into something else, and all of a sudden, you're flirting.
I had a conversation with my friend in London, and it was like, if you're attracted to a female and she's attracted to you, then don't put yourself in certain situations because something might happen.
Yeah.
But it's likely that something could happen.
When
So
you
I
get
guess,
Especially
want
working
it
in
or
the
not.
arts because
Yeah,
you're working
yeah,
with
yeah.
emotion, you're working with real feelings and stuff.
That's my point.
But
You're
honestly, I
doing
still think you can be friends. Because even though you're attracted to each other,
Well, it's
you're
his
still
definition.
friends.
It's his
But then I
definition.
think that's to say you can be friends is on you to have some sort of restraint.
Yeah.
To be like,
Yeah.
okay,
obviously
so
don't-
say if
don't
you're
share a bed
married
with
or
them.
in a relationship, you have to think, well, okay, then you strictly make sure that that kind of relationship
it's
doesn't
his definition.
get
though, isn't
confused.
it?
But that's
He's-
why I knew that
he's
you
saying
say that
you can't
because your
talk.
definition.
I've got
He's
female
saying you
friends.
can't actually speak to them though. He's
I
saying-
I do, like, I've got like literally loads of messages, but like me, even with just my friends, I don't talk to them every day.
Do you find them attractive?
I literally just, I was referring to you here, and it's like, I think you find me attractive.
More specifically, do you find me attractive?
Do you think about me?
I'm not at liberty to say because these are my friends. So,
okay.
nah, they are attractive,
Sounds like a
objectively, objectively, they are.
No, okay. I'll give a perfect example, okay.
But are you going to say
No, no.
names? Because I don't want you to say
No,
names.
me, I'm talking about myself.
Okay.
The one that I'd be like, you know what, friend, not even friend, sister. It's like a sister to me. Nat. Right?
Okay.
Natalie Bazan with the camera. Yeah, Nat.
Right.
Right? Day one, nothing, cold, nothing, no feeling, nothing, bro. And we had a conversation about it, and I won't get into it. We'll wait for her to come, but you know, we made jokes, you know, and it's the thing. I'm her brother, she's my sister. Nothing would ever happen in any scenario. We've had these jokes, but I see you like this, like that. I don't care.
So she's your friend.
No, that's what I'm
So you
saying.
can be
Because I
friends,
don't
yeah.
find that attractive. No offense.
Okay.
And
That's
I
back
she
to your
don't
point.
find
Yeah,
it attractive,
yeah.
and that's calm.
Okay.
And I see we're friends.
Right.
And
That's
she
why-
doesn't
Even
find
though
you. So
I've
that's,
not had that conversation with them.
she doesn't
but
find you attractive, or she's not attracted to you. That's the
I
difference.
Yeah,
like
that's
to
a
say that, but
wording.
there's been
Yes.
situations
Yeah.
where I might cut this part out. I'll just tell you right now. So like, look, no,
No, this is a truth
The
art.
things that she's very, protective in it. So like, we're out doing a thing. She knows about my business, and then she tells me, "Yeah, move on, man. Go chat to this girl," and I do. But then she baits me out. We chat to her. She's married. She got kids. In front of everyone. I chat to another girl. I see you flirting. I'm like, what is this your business? Give me Idris.
Alright.
But then we've had this conversation like, oh, what's going on? It is a bit weird. I'm like, yeah, it is. It's like, yeah, I get you want to protect me in terms of friends.
Right.
With me, probably like, oh, right, this guy is there. It's like, he's a proper friend. Like, she knows.
Or he's
Other
available.
people, they bounce.
Or he's available if
Yeah.
anything goes.
But I'll tell her straight. I've been on panels. I barely joined. I didn't even want to join Bazan, but like, she asked me to be
Yeah,
on-
you're gonna have to cut this part, bro.
she knows this. She
Fairs,
knows this.
fairs.
She knows this already. You know, a lot of this shit. This is my point. These are stuff. The stuff I say to people's faces, and that's when people get vexed.
Fair.
They're like, you can't say that. I'm like, why not? You know why you can't say it? Because you're saying it behind their back.
Yeah.
And
I
then
can
when
say it
comes
calmly
out,
because
it's
I
like,
say it in front of their
ooh.
face. That's why I'm
yeah.
calm about it.
So when they hear it from someone else, oh yeah,
Check that, yeah.
Yeah.
I already know.
of course, yeah.
It's on my face.
Even if you haven't said it to them yet, you're like, yeah, you probably did, yeah.
Yeah.
I believe it. I
Especially
believe
if
that.
there's a show. Like, oh, what do you think about my show? You know, they're just waiting. Because they know it's coming, innit?
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
just like, oh, you know what? Yeah, I didn't like it still, or like, your character was it's the dead character in it. But this is the thing, like, a lot of people misinterpret, not
I always explain.
not even constructive criticism, but like, opinion.
They think it's an attack on them.
Yeah, so you can say like, okay, so say someone came to watch our show and was like, oh, I didn't like the script, or I didn't like the lighting, or I didn't like this actor. That doesn't mean they don't like what you've created. Or if they say, your character didn't have much to do, did they? That doesn't mean you're a bad actor. That's just the way the thing was written.
Yeah.
You didn't have enough to do.
But they here was, oh, you think I'm crap. You think I'm crap.
Or like, oh, it would have been better if you were cast as this because
That's your projecting.
that
you're
would-
projecting.
allow you to stretch your acting abilities more, whatever.
But at the same time, I feel like we're not currently in the circles where we're around many people that are really doing it in the industry. Like, can you name like 10 people in your circle who are really doing it?
Nah.
We're not.
That's
So
the
there.
point I make as well. Yeah,
That's what I mean. So if you came and they valued your,
opinion.
or rather, if they were really doing it and they came to you and they said, "Look, not sure about this or that," you'd see it differently because you're like, actually, this person, like, I'm really seeing where they're at and like that. Do you know what I mean?
think one of a lot of the conversation I've had with being saying things to your face is that they're playing the game. So they're thinking, why is this man not playing the game? But then they're also getting angry, like, oh wait, he's not playing the game,
what's
and
the
also
game?
he's still doing it.
What's the game?
What's the game?
No, as in like the game could be like, you know, a producer comes in and you lick the arse in it. You know, you be that kind of, you switch up. You know, you play the game and you will not rate any of the work. And I haven't. I don't want to name drop.
No.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So anyway, instead the director and someone was in that film and she was sat next to me, and she was making a joke where like, I've never been in any bad film. And we were at another event. It wasn't his film, and I've seen that film, feature film. I might give you a feature film, and she's watching it. This lady. I've
Allegedly.
never been in a bad.
Allegedly. I'll put it in there.
Yeah, she's telling me like, oh, I've never been in a bad film, you know. And I said to her, wait, weren't you in that one? And then she went. And from that day on, I felt bad vibes. Like every time she saw me,
Yeah.
you know, the thing you know someone's real feeling before they see you. No, not that before they see you. If they hear your voice.
You gotta
they
tell
know
me who
you
this
see-
is off
No.
camera.
You know what I'm saying?
'Cause I'm lost.
No. You know the real reaction is the face. Did that 1 second
Yeah.
where there's a bit of disgust.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
not just-
yeah. It's almost like this,
Hey,
like
so they hear you. they're like,
and then
you know what I mean? Whereas I just have disgust on my face. I'll have that weird confusion. Remember at the Real Brum event, like that guy he wasn't disgust.
What? Oh.
I'm not. I don't. Sometimes I'm like so antisocial. So like I come in, I'm just looking for my people and.
Oh, he
some
comes in,
next
this
random
guy
man.
like, hi, my name's so-and-so, and he's like, who's this guy?
What? That's what it is.
That's what he is, yeah.
networking event, by the way.
Yeah, it's a
So
networking
you're
event.
that guy?
No, I don't know. Like, who is this guy? Because everyone was there apart from.
Yeah,
Guy
but,
that
like,
I
but
never-
he,
yeah,
he,
but
he
he
was like,
was-
he went out of his way, like, oh, hi, my
Oh,
name's so-and-so,
man.
and he's like, looking around like, whose man's is this?
But the thing is as well, like, you didn't even mean it like that. You were genuinely asking, like, who is he?
I
But
honestly,
it
I
came
wanted to
across
shrivel
like,
up.
I'd be like, who are you? Like,
I
That's mad.
wanted to run away.
That's crazy.
And then I just walked back inside. I didn't tell him
Didn't even tell his name.
and it was
up.
like, you going to tell me your name? It was like, no.
Like, I don't even know why you turn up to these networking events.
It's just fun, man.
That's not networking. That's not networking at all.
Negative, really.
So you said when we opened up the podcast, you said you have a lot of respect for what I do or what I'm doing. How do you decipher whether something's genuine or whether someone is
that's
actually
that's-
fake? Because I could be as fake as
You
anything.
could
you
be
don't
then
really
you're a
know.
sick actor. That's very rare. So on a like probability wise,
Yeah.
that's very rare. To
Yeah,
happen, you know what I
yeah,
mean? I've never seen you act as well. That's I think that's how I was saying like, oh, you're an actor. Obviously, that's not surprising, but yeah, it's what I've seen consistently. That's a lot of things, isn't it?
Consistency,
Consistently,
yeah.
meeting you in person, and I don't know, intuition. I love it because I love to have a big arguments with you. Like, be like, yo, I feel something like this.
From
Somewhere
other
down-
people.
Yeah, with
Yeah,
people,
yeah,
innit?
yeah.
And you look like, you're overthinking, man, and I do. But the good thing about overthinking is you.
Prepare
Someone that
yourself.
overthinks, yeah, you prepare for every scenario, so you're gonna be right just by chance.
Yeah. Do you know what it is with me? Like I try to, where possible, and obviously Mattis will know that I just try to live authentically in truth. You know what I mean? If I'm feeling something at a time or something not quite making sense, I just have to say it. You've been in meetings with me, I'm just like, that's not really where we're trying to go with this.
You're
or
wasting time, then.
yeah. But then what
as well
happens
as
is
going.
it's a fine. So I feel like the approach you have, I don't think it's completely wrong.
No, I know it's not completely right as well.
Yeah.
I know
But
it's
I
at the
feel like
same
I'm
time,
probably
yeah.
somewhere in the middle, because I'm not here for the nonsense. I'm not here to be like, oh, look at me, look how great. Bro, if I really wanted to, do you think I wouldn't post every single day about Black Pounds Project and like the impact and the people?
But
it's
you
in,
know
like,
that people
Tesco?
get sick.
Yeah, so if you wanted to, you could be rinsing money like out of the things that you know and the knowledge.
100%,
You could be like, you know, all
100%.
these big mans and stuff.
We got about like, I think a couple minutes left. I wanted to ask something about Blacktors. I want to know a bit more about that.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Blacktors came about last year. I think it was around September time. We were in the rep, just kind of titillating around. I don't really know what we're doing, podcasts and all them kind of things. And I was
Yeah,
driving.
we was talking about podcasts. We was
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about things that we could, because that's what it was. We saw that obviously everyone comes to the young people that we have come into Lightpost is, you know, to become involved in their arts and stuff and to seek out theatre, but a lot of them were mostly interested in like making films.
Yes.
Or like, you know, short films or that kind of the digital media aspect of things, isn't it?
Yeah, so we wanted to pivot the work that we were doing into something that would be a bit more far reaching, because of course you put on a theatre show and then the life of that is literally when the show's on.
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, we've rehearsed that for 8 weeks. Nothing other than a portfolio, like credit, like that's great, but we wanted to do something else. So I remember I was driving to one of the rehearsals and I was just thinking in my car, it'd be good to just speak about the plight of being a black artists, like just the issue of funding, the issue of lack of resources. We don't know what people are saying in meetings. Like people just expecting us to know stuff, and
Or one thing said and then another thing is said later.
one thing said, another thing's done. 1 minute you got 50k funding, next minute you've got 2 planks of wood on the floor. Like, so I was like, that's the reality, and it can't just be us, just us. Like, I know that this is something that many artists go through, and I feel, because I went to RSC recently and they were talking about, they said, you know, we've heard about Black Pounds Project, you know, is there any way you can promote some of our opportunities to some of the black artists in your community and stuff like that? And I was saying, yeah, I can promote it, but they're not gonna know what you do, like I can give them the application form, but they're not actually gonna know what it is. Do you know what I mean? You say production and you know, production executive.
Yeah,
What's that? What's the entry level to that? So I feel like how it essentially just this stuff just started going through my head, and I thought, like, imagine if we could just create this comedy series like that we could just have control of, and just like show how farcical this is, but also use it as a platform to showcase our talents also. And so it was literally just, I mean, the premise is a group of misfits, which Lightpost is just a group of misfits. You know, vegan pizza eaters, like fashion designers, like these guys, like rock stars, some of the stand-up comedians. Like, it's a group of misfits that are all just trying to make it, but we just ended up in this one space. So I just felt like it would be really funny, and that, you know, the pilot episode kind of solidified it for us that this was something
it was a sick pilot
that we could do.
I was really surprised with like the reception of it. Like everyone that's watching is like, yo, like, you know, what was it? What's his name? He did the stand-up set for the event.
Oh, Ryan.
Ryan was saying like he has friends that are still asking him about when
he went hard. Ryan went hard.
He's just hilarious.
But I genuinely feel like, and that's why I remember me and Idris, shout out Idris behind the camera, we were speaking about it, and I just really said to him, like, I want to up the levels of this, and like I'm gonna definitely put time into making sure that we can plan things out properly. So it's not just like, you know, oh, we're going to turn up and see what happens. It's going to be a lot of improvisation, but like, how are we going to promote this, ultimately monetize it so that, you know, the artist can get recompense from it. But just grow it and have fun with it. And, you know, I've got a lot of ideas. I think we just need to get in the room and just create.
I've managed to get Thursdays off from
So I mean, that's a good thing, and we'll talk about that, because I mean, I've got people in the background saying, you know, they've watched the pilot, they're interested in like being executive producers, funding it. So these are things that are going on, and I think, you know, and just bringing it back to Netflix, like they're putting all kinds of madness on there. So I'm saying, you know, if Blacktors kind of gets a bit of a,
you don't really see, even like in the American space, because obviously a lot of our black content comes from the Americans and stuff. Even when you look at the UK production side of things, there's not a lot of that anyways. And to even have something that's like a mockumentary-esque, the style that we're kind of doing it in, for a black, not even for a black audience, but comprised of, you know, black people and owned by them, you don't really see that. So I think
it's also helping people, it's educating people on the experiences and what goes on
and things that, you know, if we had a show like that, I'm sure we could have saved a lot of time on these meetings and stuff like that.
So for people watching and listening, where could they watch the pilot?
So the pilot episode, we've only put a few clips out on the Blacktors social media page. We will probably film another pilot rather than that one, because I think that was more of a teaser to kind of help us validate the concept. But it's at Blacktors on Instagram. We're growing the following currently. We're going to be doing some behind the scenes content. We've got a meeting tomorrow where we're going to have our first kind of meet up for the year to discuss it. And we'll be looking at kind of, you know, the casting and how we're going to really push this thing forward. So it's Blacktors on Instagram, or you can shout myself, Matthias, or French director Idris, if you want to find out more. But yeah, it's going to be you can circle back to this episode once it blows up.
So is it just black actors?
No, so I mean that's the thing, and we didn't even speak about it from a Black Pounds Project perspective, because that was one of the things I wanted to mention. Like, people think the Black Pounds Project just helps Black people, but actually it serves everyone, because people who, you know, you gotta understand that the term black only came around in the 1950s. Everyone before that was West Indian or coloured. So we're still trying to learn what this thing called black is. And so it's an exploration of that identity, because black ultimately in this country is like a brand. It's like, if you adopt it, you've got darker skin tone, you might not even necessarily be of African or Caribbean heritage, but you can identify as that, because that's how people see you. So it's exploring these concepts as well. So it's not just necessarily for people who identify as African and Caribbean, but we'll find a way to make it
I was
work.
gonna say, like, if you're not white, then you are the word I can't say, or you don't like me.
If you're white, you're the well. They're gonna be the people in.
Fam,
who
I've been
have
called
the-
that, but I can't say.
Okay, I see what you mean.
Apparently, I can't say.
Yeah.
But I think in the show, they are going to be the people that hold the keys, because they have the rehearsal spaces, they have the access to the resources, and so it'll be funny how we you know, play around with that.
Yeah.
And it's funny how it kind of reflects the kind of plight of Lightpost and what we've been about for so many years.
But then if you
as
look
well.
at my Black Pounds Project board, majority of them are white with black children. So that's a whole different. That's black love.
Adopted, like
No, like if you're
Angelina
mixed race,
Jolie. Oh, right.
So if you've got a black husband or a black partner,
I didn't know that part. You left
Children
that
black.
part. That's a very important part. You said.
well, it's not though, really, because I think we're so pent up with like crayon colours that it just gets
Like
so
Bruno,
serious.
like remember Bruno? I swapped him for what? You swapped your baby for an iPhone?
I think on that note, let's sign off.
Before we get too offensive.
No, honestly, CJ, it's been lovely to have you here.
Yeah, thanks.
We'll definitely have to have you back on.
Yeah, man.
I mean,
Yeah,
there's so
I feel
much
like
more to
you
talk.
hit up on something right then. You were like mentioned some big places. You know, like the rep, man. The rep.
Okay, yeah,
You know what I'm
RSC
saying?
and all that stuff.
Yeah. I've never heard too much about the rep and stuff. You know, it's only good things. And I think for the next part, maybe.
Yeah, for part two.
Not everything I say is funny, fam, but thanks for laughing.
It is.
I guess.
No, genuinely, been a pleasure having you here. I apologize for this guy.
Yeah, you go good, man.
You need a warning. I need a warning.
Yeah, literally. You need to come with warning. But yeah, any projects you got coming up? Anything that you got going on?
There's a couple of plays that I was supposed to be working on last year, but I got really bogged down with the business stuff. I'm working on a play called Nanny's Home with Criterion Theatre in London on the West End. Looking to do another showcase of that soon. So when that's out, I will let you guys know. But yeah, I'm writing a little book at the moment about creatives and how they can kind of pivot into entrepreneurship if they want to supplement their career. And so those are the two main things that I'm working on at present. But once that's all out, I will definitely shout you. Nice. But mainly Blacktors, that's going to be the thing.
Yeah, I wonder.
That's going to pop.
Yeah,
That is definitely going to pop.
And where can we catch you on like your socials and stuff like that?
It's at CJ Lloyd Webley on all the socials. That's CJ LLOYD WEBLEY. And just hit me up, man.
It will show up somewhere.
Yeah. In post.
Yeah.
Nice, man.
But thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, cheers.
First episode, bro. That is not the first. I mean, the first episode
interview.
of 24. Yes, the first interview one.
Yeah.
Finally. That's what I want to do, to be honest.
I
I
wanted to do it for ages.
Yeah.
It's more.
It's
I
just
wanted to
been finding
talk
the right
about
first
Brummy
person.
creatives. That's my point. I wanted to do that because I feel a lot of people they're doing their own thing. That's calm, you know. At a certain point, I don't know about you, but it feels a bit. I'm not wanky, but like it feels a bit crap just doing shit yourself, you know.
You want
Even the
to
stuff that we
collaborate
do.
with people and bring people in, and also rather than just sharing like your own stuff, share what other people are doing as well. Like.
You've got a good thing going, man. It's just consistency, man.
That's
just
it.
keeping it going.
Yeah.
Cool. Right.
Are you gonna? No.
I'm gonna say bye.
Oh, this has been. You hate it, and you always bring it up. This has been the Chicken and Waffle podcast. Checking in.
Checking out. The cringe.
Thank you.
He gets sick of the embarrassment there. He was like,
It's not like he heard it. He was like, right.
Oh, jeez. Oh, man.
Come on.
My goodness
I actually
gracious.
love that. Though. That's hilarious.
Check it out.
I thought, do you know what? No, do you know what? It's because I thought you said. I thought you said chicken waffle.